I know, we're like kind of the girls next door type of people. I mean, we're all unique. We all have different backgrounds. We all come from different places. So there are some people that never done this before, but like for other girls that haven't, it's a great opportunity to just like live life and have fun.
You have often heard us offer the opportunity for you to become one of our Real Rider test pilots. What this is quite simple actually. We want you to test new vehicles and tell us about them. Instead of the so-called expert one opinion approach, we prefer to use a variety of real riders like you and use your impressions as the best way to evaluate ATVs and side-by-sides. With that in mind, we went big and rounded up a dozen riders with over a dozen different side-by-side machines. And being good guys, we brought Dave, our sales guy, along to test our new hitch mount barbecue and cook lunch for everyone. The site for this Real Riders test day was perfect at Horseshoe Riding Adventures, as it allowed us to provide an excellent mix of terrain and obstacles so all machines had a chance to perform to their best abilities. We even had rain to make things even more interesting for traction and control. Along for the ride to answer questions were the manufacturer reps. Here's what they had to say about our Real Riders testing concept.
I think this is a great concept, Mark. I think this type of environment with the trail system that you've got here and through the woods, there's a lot of different atmospheres for the riders to come out. And I myself learned a lot today talking with these real riders, finding out some different things that I can relay back to the factory.
Well, I think it's a great concept because what it does is it gives a good cross-section of who the riders are, and not everybody's a novice and not everybody's an expert. So it gives a good sort of depth to what people are what they're looking for in a side-by-side vehicle.
I think this is a great idea. It gets everybody out, and back to back, you get to try a different product out, and it really gives you a good feeling on what the aspects of one machine is to another.
Head-to-head comparisons on a multi-terrain location seem to be a winner for the manufacturers. Here's what our Real Riders had to say about the opportunity.
I really enjoy it. It's a great opportunity for me to learn anything about these machines. I'd never been in one, so it was fun.
Today's event really is just getting out there to try all the UTVs available. I haven't been exposed to any UTV experience really just yet, so this is great for me to understand what's different from every manufacturer, whether it be options, CC range, capabilities, what it's actually meant for. So really this is a great learning experience for me.
This is awesome. I think it's the best way to find any machine that you want to buy, compare them to one another, and see what you really like. It's difficult to make decisions when you're just reading magazines, so getting out here is great.
I think this is a great opportunity, especially because there's not many places that you can test drive this type of equipment on this type of terrain. If you go to a dealership, they usually have a small lawn or something, you can kind of get a feel for how it is to turn or whatever, but driving it on the rougher terrain gives you a real good feeling for how it handles, and I think it's a great idea.
Well, we ended up going to the big ride in Parry Sound, loved it, and we heard about this on the site, so we applied and we got called up. It was a good thing, great thing.
I find it interesting because I've never ridden a side-by-side. I find them actually interesting. I would consider buying one at this point if I had the place for it.
Yes. Everyone has their own preferences and riding style, so we feel our Real Riders opinion approach is far more informative than a single so-called expert's comments. In later shows, you'll see how our team rated certain vehicles and how utility versus sport can very much change what you might assume to be a higher ranked performance. That said, we highly encourage everyone to test ride every vehicle before they buy it. make sure it's right for you. Thanks to all our riders and manufacturers, this test day was great. If you'd like to sign up for a chance to join our Real Riders roster, be sure to visit the GoRidingTV.com website. Next on Go Riding, the Can-Am Spring Jam.